shit? Let's get it the fuck going. How is everybody doing this evening? It is a little late. My watch is not set. 11:38 p.m. on the West Coast, Pacific Standard Time. So I appreciate all of y'all who are staying up late, rocking with me. Good morning to all my homies on the other side of the world. But let's get this thing going. I'm hoping everyone's doing well. I'm hoping everyone's having a good week so far. It is Tuesday, so a day later than I usually stream. I apologize, but want to get this video out here for you. Hopefully it's too late in the day for Jane to join the chat. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't seen her yet, so I'm just praying at this point that she is either asleep or preferably dead. And we don't have to deal with her bullshit, her foolishness at all in this stream. So, couple things to go over real quick. First of all, shout out to our sponsors, Prime XBT. You guys have absolutely been crushing it. I got a message from my contact at Prime that said we had a killer month, which means a bunch of you guys are signing up with that link, and even more of you are depositing and actually using the exchange. So if you want to know how you can help me out, you want to know how you can support me, use that link in the description, deposit some money, use the code Mayne50 before you deposit for a deposit bonus. Start trading, following along with me in my charts. I get a little kickback for that. So thank you so much to all of y'all that have signed up and deposited on my leak. I really do genuinely appreciate that. So shout out to the Prime team. Beyond that, a little bit of news. I'll be in Dallas this weekend. I'm going to UFC for the Can Pie Panda event. So it'll be me, it'll be Ice Bags, it will be Gainsey, it will be Size Chad. I have a couple of extra tickets to the UFC event. So if some of you guys are in Dallas and you want to come party with the weetards, shoot me a message. I might be able to make it happen. If you're in Dallas, if you're going to be at UFC, let me know. I'm going to be there for a couple of days. I would love to see some of y'all. But I got a couple extra tickets to the box to party with the boys. So if you're in the Dallas area, you want to come party, shoot me a message. I'll see what I can do. With that being said, let's get into the charts. So, wow, that's so weird. I just got an email from, it's like clearly spam, but it's from someone named Jane. What are the chances? Start off here. I got a nice little clink. Got a little mega pint, as Johnny Depp would call it, a little mega pint of wine going here. Hottest day of the year in the city. So obviously I had to be out by the water, by a pool, by a beach, having a couple of beveraginos. So I apologize in advance. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. But let's start by looking at the last kind of setup that we took on stream. We've absolutely smashed it over the month of July. The month of July has been absolutely destroyed. Fucking killed it, put it in the coffin, put it 6 feet deep. It's over. I've taken 6 trades in the month of July. I've won 5 of them, and I got stopped out on 1 of them. And I'm extremely happy with that performance. And I know that a bunch of you are killing it as well. I've received several DMs about people being on winning streaks, following my trades, making money, all sorts of shit. So I'm super stoked. Super happy to hear that y'all are making some money. That's exactly what I love to fucking see. People learning, applying what they learn, making some extra shekels. And it honestly, like that, and then the messages you guys send me, it makes it all worthwhile for me. So I appreciate that. Keep sending those messages my way. I love to hear about it. I love to hear about your guys' success. And if you want me to share it, and if you're okay with me sharing it, I love sharing it as well with the rest of CT. So we've been on an absolute heater of heaters. And if you remember the video I did, I think 2 weeks ago, where I went over the 50K account balance, risking 2% per trade, with all the trades we had taken up to that point, we had taken 4 trades or something like that. You know, you could have netted, you know, some serious cash for the month of July. So far, let's assume, you know, 2% risk on a 50K account, and you're winning 5 out of 6 trades. Each trade was a minimum of 3-to-1 risk reward, right? So that's pretty good fucking money that you're making on a 50K account. You guys can do the math. I did that video, I think 2 streams ago, where I went through the breakdown of what each trade would have paid out based on the risk reward. Risking 2%, right, which would be $1,000, right? $1,000, right, would be your risk. So if you're winning $3,000 on 5 trades, okay, that's 15 grand. You lose 1 trade at 1,000 R minus 1K, all of a sudden you've had yourself a $14,000 month on a 50K account. That's pretty fucking good, and that's a very attainable account balance, right? That's very attainable, and that's proper risk management, 2% risk per trade, each trade calculated. So hopefully you guys are crushing it, man. I really think everyone has been doing well based on just the DMs and the interactions I've been getting lately on Twitter, and that makes me really happy. So I'm going to review the most recent trade that we took, and I will explain kind of my thought process behind it, and then I'll talk about what I think happens next here for Bitcoin. So this was posted in advance on Discord. I don't remember what I was doing exactly this day and why I didn't post it on Twitter before it happened, but I don't post everything on Twitter, but I do post pretty much every trade, or most of the trades at least, that I take on Discord before they happen. So that's where this screenshot came from. This screenshot was from Discord. Basically, we had this 12-hour order block here. That's what this gray box is. It broke market structure. We came back, retested it. I said, okay, I'm looking to short. Stop above here. You could have had your stop above here, obviously, but I dialed into the hourly. So the 12-hour setup, your stop would have been above this high, but I dialed in on the hourly. I saw an SFP. I said, okay, that's going to let me get a tighter risk reward. My entry was at 22,680 or 670, something like that. Stop up here, targeting a move back into the range. There's the result, right? Here's your retest here. Stop above here. Okay, my entry, 22,670. And then we're within this large trading range still. And so when we came into the mid-range here, we ran a bunch of lows here, ran this low, ran this low. I said, now it's time to TP. So I got out. This was a great trade for me. Looking at it here, I'll show you what the risk reward was. And a bunch of you guys got in this trade because a bunch of people, I posted the setup, and I had people in the Discord who had a better entry than me. I posted the setup and they were telling me, they're like, oh dude, I'm already in and my entry is better than your entry. So I got out around 5R. My risk reward was not quite this good because I did take some profit on this first dump. I closed about 25% of my position. I closed another 25%, and then when we had this SFP here happen, we ran these final lows. We ran these lows here finally. Once that happened, I closed the rest of the position. So mine was not quite 5R. It was closer to like 4R, but still a great trade. Again, 50K account, 2% risk, a 4R trade, right? That's netting you $4,000 in a day. Very attainable, very doable. Okay? Again, you do not need that many trades to make good ass money. Again, right? We had long number 1, short 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or sorry, 1 less than this. We had this here. Sorry. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. This was the loss, this long. I tried to long the range high retest and then killed this short. So that's 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades, 4 trades, Fifth trade here was a loss. Sixth trade was a win. 5 for 6. You can absolutely make a living hitting that many trades in a month. Super clean trading environment. Bitcoin was not going parabolic. Altcoins were not going parabolic. And you can make some good ass money in these trading environments, especially as your account grows. On a 50K account, risking 2%, you're making over 5 figures in that month. That's pretty damn good. So obviously the range high retest trade, we got wrong here. I was expecting this breakout, right? We got the breakout long. We closed it once we ran up here. And I said, okay, let's see if we can now flip this critical range high as support. And then maybe get one more extension up. I wanted to see us potentially fill in some of this fair value gap here. Maybe a move as high as here, right? That was the plan if we were to hold here. It's if then, right? That's all that matters. Okay. Didn't happen, right? So I got stopped out. We had a little bit of a bounce. I was in profit. Boom. Stopped out. On this move down, I ended up closing my longs. My stop was initially down here, but when we pulled back into the range, I closed my long. What do? Do I sit on my hands? Do I cry about losing some money? Or do I sack up and I say, okay, on to the next trade? Bearish order block here. Broke market structure. Pull back. I'm looking for shorts. Made all the money I lost on this trade back and more, right? So you have to have that short attention span in trading. It's not about what happened in my last trade. You take your trade, you live with the result, you move on to the next one. You cannot go back in time and be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done this. I wish I wouldn't have done that. It's the exact same as life, right? No use crying over spilt milk. It's already done. On to the next trade. And if I would have been a whiny little bitch worrying about, oh, I fucked this trade up, I can't believe it, oh, I need to long again. Instead, I'm like a robot. Okay, I got stopped out. We broke market structure to the downside. Boom, I'm now bearish, looking for a retest of a bearish order block to get in shorts. Next thing you know, literally 2 days later, I'm shorting, caught the top of the move, made all that money back I lost and more, and now I'm on to the next trade. This trade is now closed. It's wiped from my memory. I'm on to the next one. So what do I think is going to happen next year? We are at mid-range support. So the reason I closed my shorts is because we ran this low. We're at the support on the mid-range. And if you look at the daily, we do have a bullish order block here. Okay? So we have a bullish order block here at key SR. Okay? So there could be an argument to be made that this is going to be a potential higher low. And we're going to see continuation to the upside from here. Could be. I don't know why my pencil got so thin there. Right? I don't know for sure. But to me, based on us being at the mid-range, us having this down candle before the up move that broke market structure, right? Broke all this market structure. There could be a bounce from here. This is an area where price may find support. So I am happy to, at the very least, close my shorts. Not necessarily just aping into longs, but definitely ready to close my shorts. You also have our fib here. It's just going to be a fucked up fib. I'm going to fucking be ahead of the game here. There's your fib. We're right at the 62% retracement, 50% of this range. So there's a lot of confluence here that we could put in a higher low. Now, what else would I want to see? Well, I'd probably want to see stocks, right? Look like they're ready to turn around. Are they? I don't know, right? That's something I'm going to want to look at. I'm going to want to look at the dollar. Is the dollar bullish? Is the dollar bearish? Right? Is this just going to keep on trucking up, or is this due for a little bit of a pullback? But at least just looking at Bitcoin, there's reason enough to believe that this is an area where we're at the very least going to consolidate. Now, something that I said on the podcast that I did with Luke Martin. So I hope you guys watched that. I had a really fun time doing that. We're going to turn that into a weekly recurring segment where it's Luke and I, we're shooting the shit. We'll talk a little bit about price. We'll talk about what's happened on CT and in crypto in general over the last week. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. The feedback so far has been super positive. So I do think that there is a space for a video or podcast like that in Twitter. The only places that those types of wrap-ups are available are from ass clowns like fucking Pomp and shit. And I personally think I'm more handsome, more funny, definitely more jacked, neck way thicker. So, you know, probably should watch me instead of him. But yeah, let me know if you guys like that. But what I talked about in that video was it's very rare that the first dump, when price craters, right, it has a huge sell-off, the first dump is just the bottom, and then we do this. What you usually see is some sort of range form, and we usually come very fucking close to this low. If this was the bottom, let's assume for a second that the price is going to bottom here. The chances of us just doing this, very low in my opinion. Usually what happens is we get some sort of range where it attempts to break out a few times, and then it tests the low, the initial low, and then it breaks out. That's how pretty much every bottom has formed. Usually the people who bought this, they got to sweat a little, right? And so if you go and look here, it's exactly what happened in this bottom, right? You thought, like, people who bought this initial low here, right? Big range, and then boom, it comes all the way back down to that low after multiple attempts. People thought we were going to break out here. They thought we were going to break out here. They thought we were going to break out here, and it comes all the way back down to the low. Then we get the breakout. There's the clean range high retest and the move, right? Same thing happened at 3K, right? People thought, okay, I got the bottom here. Attempt to break out, comes all the way back down to that low, retest that area, and then you get the proper breakout. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get something similar here. If we get something similar here where, yes, this is going to come back and it's going to challenge that 17K low. Does it make a new low? I don't know. But I would not be surprised at all if we trade back into the range low here. So enough reason for me, order block, mid-range for me to close my short, but I'm absolutely looking, based on this looking like a very obvious deviation, move above, bearish retest, boom. I'm looking for us to probably bounce a bit and then probably sell through here. So gun to my head, I think we probably come up and test this area. And then I'm looking to short this for another leg down towards the range low. Do we make a new low after that? I don't know. But right now, I do think we're in line for a bounce because of this order block here and this support. Now, where's that bounce going to go to? I'm looking probably up into this area here. Let me make that a little cleaner. I'm looking up into this area here. I know this looks like huge levels, right? But basically, I'm watching for us to bounce from here up towards 22. Maybe as high as 22.5. Maybe back into the range high. But then I'm looking for opportunities to short here. So if we see PA similar to here, right? Bearish order block. We came up here. SFP sold off. I'm looking for the same thing here. Bearish order block. If we move up here and then put in an SFP, I'm looking to short for a potential leg down. So that's what I'm watching for on Bitcoin. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me take a look at the chat here. Holy shit. This guy says ETH to 1K by the end of the day. I don't know when, but definitely possible, but I don't know. We cannot start without Jane. I've made it 32 years without Jane. I'll be just fine doing this stream without her. What's up, Biscuit Hammer? Cool name, bro. This guy said, my gummy bear. I don't know what that means. This motherfucker Mayne really always reminds me to hydrate. I'm literally drinking a fucking pint of wine, but if that's your sign to hydrate, well then cheers. That's that good shit. greetings from Egypt. Greetings. Cool, man. Yeah, pyramids and shit over there. That's dope. I've always wanted to go to Egypt. We need Jane. No, we don't. You need a wide lens for that neck, bro. Fuck you. I mean that sincerely, okay? Tired of the neck comments. It's not even that big. It's normal. I'm just huge. I can't help it. Too many deadlifts. Too many shoulder shrugs. The man, the myth, the legend, the neck that wrecks. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I'm here from TikTok. Let's go. Bro, boys, we're taking over TikTok and Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok and Instagram, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. All of the stuff that I talk about that's smart in these streams. So I do a 2-hour stream and my editor finds like 5 minutes of stuff where I'm coherent and actually spilling some alpha in a like lucid way. He cuts that up and he posts it on Instagram and TikTok. So if you just want the straight juice, the straight alpha, TikTok, Instagram, that's where you're getting it. On YouTube, on Twitter, you're getting all the banter, all the bullshit, all the fucking noise. Okay? On TikTok, soon to be Neck Talk, that's where the real alpha is. Follow me there, Trader Mayne on Instagram and TikTok. Hey, Mayne, I DM'd you on Twitter after signing up for Prime with your code. What else do I need to do to get invited? I don't know, man. Probably send me 1 Bitcoin, and then I'll probably let you into the free Discord. Honestly, bro, I get hundreds of DMs a day, so just ping me again. Like, respond to the DM thread again so it comes to the top of my inbox. I'll make sure I get to you. Scotty says I look stunning today. Scotty, my man. Thank you. Good morning, Earl. Mr. JW says, good morning, handsome. What, guys, stop it. You're going to make me blush. Jesus Christ. $9.38 from Ukraine. I hope you're staying safe there, Daniel. Okay. Oh, God. I don't know if it's the real Jane. Jane C. Is this the real Jane? I don't know. Anyone I meet with the name Jane, instantly I'm going to hate from now on. Mayne, do you have copy trading on Prime XBT? No, I do not. I do not have copy trading. Thanks, Cars Loss. Yes, I'm on Instagram as well. Trader Mayne on Instagram and TikTok. Same username as Twitter. Anyone else trying to follow you with 2 E's, with an underscore, with a dash, that's not me. What do you think about Crown Crypto? His TA is different, but same theory. Run the lows and bigger bounce. I don't know who Crown Crypto is. So... Hey, Vic, what's up, bro? Dog Pound. Shout out the Dog Pound. This guy says, bruh, I owe you commission on this month. Dollar signs. Bro, what's going on? Send me some bucks, man. I got people, like this chick today, I posted it on Twitter. I mean, I'm happy for her. Okay, I'm happy for her. This chick DM'd me. And she's like, dude, I've been following your fucking videos and charts, and I made $23,000 this month. Not even this month, in a week, from July 18th to July 26th, taking my trades and watching my videos and what she's learned, executing it, all props to her. She's made 23 grand. And I'm like, can your boy get $1? Okay? I have a tip jar for Ethereum and Bitcoin. In 3 fucking years, I've received 1 tip, and it was for like $30. Like, come on. It's just funny. Trading's funny like that. People be like, dude, thank you so much. You made me so much fucking money. And then they won't even use my ref link. They won't even send your boy a little tipperino, you know? It's not, I don't need it. It's just the thought that counts, you know? Look what we're happening right here. Look what's happening. We're bouncing, right? So am I not glad I closed my short where I did? Precisely where I told you guys I closed my short was the literal low. Precision, okay? This was Call of Duty. This is a precision airstrike. I'm on a fucking kill streak. I'm about to go 25-0 and literally nuke the game. Okay? Ran a swing low, SFP at the mid-range within an order block. That is why I closed and why I might be looking for longs, right? But that's why I closed my short at the very least. And now we've bounced. Come on, baby. Now we've bounced almost 4% off of that level, right? So you don't want to be giving back those gains. That's why it's just as important as it is to know where to enter and where your stop is. You also got to know where to take profit. Because let's say your take profit was down here, right? You're going to be pretty pissed if this thing rallies all the way back up here. It might still go down there, but what are the odds that you might capitulate here and close? Right? Because you're like, oh, fuck, I missed it and it's going to rally now, right? You got to know where to take profit just as much as you got to know where to enter. So let's see here. Ran that low. Jesus Christ, it's already midnight. How long have I been streaming? It's only 30 minutes. Okay, let's see what we got here on the hourly. Within that 12-hour order block, what is this candle right here? Anyone know? This? It's a breaker. So, is it cheese? Technically, this is the breaker. Up candle that caused the down move that took out the low. I mean, it's a pretty damn close retest. That's up to your discretion, right? So if you're like super robotic and you're like, my entry is here, stop below the breaker, you're not getting filled there. But if you're discretionary and you're watching this live, 12-hour SFP within a 12-hour order block at the mid-range, 1-hour breaker, you might just market order here because you're like, it's close enough. Sometimes I'll do that. Like if I'm watching this live, I might just start entering here, even though it doesn't hit my level, and then I'll enter more if it does, just because sometimes things like this happen where it comes close, but doesn't quite tag it. So I'm happy I'm closed my shorts for sure, because this is bouncing right from that level there, as you can see. So again, my expectation now is a move back up probably towards here, 21.8 to 22, right? Let's see what happens up here. And if it shows weakness, similar to here, right? Similar to here. Low time frame. Look to get in shorts again for another leg down towards the range low. Alrighty. Mayne, if you start licking ASR equipment, I will tip you. I don't even know what that means, but I'll do it. Jacob, if you want to know how to join my Discord, go to www.tradermayne.com. How come you're not a whale? Who says I'm not? I'm retired at 32. I don't have a job. So I've done pretty well. I'm doing these videos for you at midnight on a Tuesday for free. Like I said, I don't need your money. I don't need the tips. It's more just like, it's funny when someone's like, I just made $30,000 watching your video. It's like, cool, man. I know the old links don't work to join the Discord. That's on purpose. Go to my website, tradermayne.com. What's your favorite shampoo? We got a funny guy here in the chat. Fashy Goy thinks he's funny because I'm bald, and he's asking me what type of shampoo I like. I like Nair. That's the type of shampoo I like. Fashy Goy. Someone ban this man from the chat immediately. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. Mayne, have you watched Letterkenny? I fucking love Letterkenny. It's freaking hilarious. Super, super funny. Let's take a look at Ethereum here, guys. So Ethereum getting a similar bounce to Bitcoin. And delete all this shit. Personally, I still think that there's a very good chance that you get to buy Ethereum below $1,000 again, or at least very close. I'm just gonna delete all of these levels. Fuck it. But if I'm just looking at Ethereum just based on this chart right here, looking at this right now, so these candles, looking how they look, this reaction, right? Same as Bitcoin. Where did we bounce from? There's that fresh order block right there, right? If gun to my head though on Ethereum, I think likely we trade back into here, right? Back into this 3-day demand. I think this is a very nice move we've had on Ethereum, right? People are, short memories. It's a bull market again, right? Ethereum went from 9 something to 1,600, right? So it had a 60+% move in the last 2 weeks, right? That's a big move. So I do think it's potentially due for a little bit of a cool off. And if we do get that cool off, I'm looking to buy Ethereum back towards this 3-day demand here. Okay. Lining up right with my OTE. So that's, anywhere from 1,100 to 1,200 area, possibly a little lower. Would not be surprised at all if we see something like this happen on Ethereum. And that would be an area where I'd be looking to long again. This would also line up with Bitcoin trading back towards, kind of 18 to 19K. Would be very similar. So that's what I'm looking at Ethereum high time frame. I think some sort of retracement into this trading range. So this is your trading range here. Pull back into this range, into this demand. That's where I'd be looking to get high time frame bullish again, based on this 65% rally that we just had. Looking at this on the lower time frame, similar to Bitcoin, probably a little more juice to the upside, and then potentially another leg down. We had a clear price floor here that broke down, right? So if I had to guess, I think something like this, up into here, look for weakness, back below this price floor that defines your risk, short this for another leg down into that high time frame target I shared. 1, 2 would be clear targets here. So that's what I'd be looking for on Ethereum here, right? A move up, deviate above this level. I think that's a super clean setup here. You have a very clear level right there. Bounce, 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 breakdown. We're now retesting it from the underside. If it's able to trade above here and then back below, that's super clear, right? That's one of those setups I always talk about, right? The over-under setup. Beautiful setup if it plays out like this, because then you have a clear deviation which defines your risk. Now you're looking for shorts on any sort of pullback here. Risk is clearly defined. Target 1, target 2. Okay? So that would be what I'm looking for on Ethereum. So that would be confluent with Bitcoin moving to, 21.8, 2,200. Ethereum gets above 1,500 again briefly and then sells off. So that's what I'm looking for across the board. Bitcoin, I gave this chart out as well on Twitter. Right when we were trading up here, I said you have a super clear level here. Right? Super clear level. The range high. If we're able to hold the range high, looking for longs. If we lose the range high, looking for shorts, and then your risk is defined as the deviation, right? So on your short setups here, your initial risk was up here. And then we moved it down to here because we were able to refine, and then we refined it even further on the low time frame. I'm talking about a very similar type of setup here on Ethereum, right? Very similar in that you have a clear defined level. If we trade above and then back below, Your risk is defined. It makes it very simple because you're wrong. If you're short biased and we get back, if we trade back like this, you're obviously wrong, right? Now you could be long biased with your stop there. But clear level, those I like. So I really like how this is shaping up here because this gives you a clear level. If you're a trend line trader, right, what would this be? Back test, short, right? Horizontal trader, deviation, short. Same setup though, right? There's the trend line setup. It's the exact same type of setup. Just depends how you look at it. All right? What do you think about the FOMC meetings? Pump or dump? I don't really have opinion on direction, but generally when we have FOMC, we have things like that happening, lots of earning reports and stuff. It just means there's going to be volatility, so I might not actively be trying to be in a position at that point. So I'm very happy to have taken profit on my trade. I now have a plan for what I'm looking for in the next, kind of few days, but I'm not sitting there with a huge open position in a time where there may be very high volatility, some sort of whipsaw, right? FOMC, oftentimes you kind of get those Darth Vader candles where it ends up looking all fucky and the daily candle ends up looking like this, right? With a big wick on either side and the low time frame looks like this. Those are not fun because if I'm short, you're sweating bullets here. If you're long, you're sweating bullets here. So I don't mind not being in a position, but I don't have an opinion on direction for the FOMC. Jacob Prozer says, how about you help instead of being negative? Are you talking to me? Because if you are, go fuck yourself. If you're talking to someone else, then carry on. Austin Harlow, Mayne, why are you so good looking? Bro, these are the type of questions I need in my life. I need people pumping my tires 24/7. Good Lord, Austin, thank you. I love you, and I mean that sincerely. Tell your brother Jack Harlow I say hello. Share neck workout tips. Here's what you can do to get a neck like mine, okay? Go to the bookstore, get a Bible, bring that Bible home, start praying, go to bed, and wake up tomorrow realizing that you ain't got a fucking shot. It's never gonna happen. You got no chance, kid. I'm sorry. Don't you use fair value gaps? I do use fair value gaps. I think the market will surprise us and pump more than expected, to be honest. That definitely could happen, Randy Braden. You have 2 first names for your name, so that's interesting. How to get a girthier neck? I just explained. You got to pray to God and then end up being disappointed. Mayne, what do you think of the new Coinbase video? If you were forced to watch either Randy Zuck's We're Gonna Make It music video or the Coinbase video for the rest of the life, which would you pick? I would pick whatever option allows me to kill myself or at the very least gouge out my own eyes. What is OTE? OTE stands for Optimal Trade Entry. Average Joe, have you started accumulating spot in this bear market? I bought a very small amount of Bitcoin, around 18,000, and a very small amount of Ethereum, just about at $1,000. I've stated this before in previous videos. I think for the next bull run, so we're talking long term now, not day trading, I think accumulating between 10 and 20,000 on Bitcoin and 500 and 1,000 on Ethereum is very good. The last bull run, I bought the majority of my Bitcoin between 3,000 and 6,000. And people are like, that's 100% range. You think I'd give a fuck when I made a 10x on my worst buys? Absolutely not. Same thing here. If Bitcoin's going to 6 figures, I don't care. If I bought it at 20K, I 5x'd my worst buy. Okay? So 10 to 20K Bitcoin, 500 to 1,000 Ethereum, I think will set you up pretty well for the next bull run. I could be wrong. Everything could go to 0. Who fucking knows? Just know if it goes to 0, you will never be able to find me because I will have escaped on my mega yacht with Suzu and Kyle Davies somewhere off the coast of Dubai. Trader Mayne, any chance you could comment on your typical entry technique, as in if you use limits in your OBs area or market enter after checking low time for each ducker? It all depends, bro. If I know that I'm looking for a setup, like if I have a setup where I'm like, okay, I want to buy, this level, and I know that my stop is going to be here, I might set orders, right? But I am an active enough trader that I'm usually on screen. So it's more often that I have alerts set at key areas, right? So I'm going to have an alert on Ethereum here. And if it starts trading above this area, I'm going to start watching, right? And then if it starts breaking down, then absolutely I'm going to be market entering some shorts. But I've also had instances where I know I'm not going to be actively trading. I know I'm not going to be actively on screen for whatever reason. And I might say, hey, I want to sell this bearish order block on the daily. So I'm just going to set limit sells here, my asks, and I'm going to set my stop here. I do that too. So it really depends what trade setup I'm looking at, what time frame it is on. Am I on screen or am I not? But I do both. I do limit sells and buys, and I also do market entries. For how many drinks I've had today, I feel like I'm still relatively articulate. So that's cool. How do you draw your ranges? With the range tool. Hi, Mayne. What does a fair value gap look like on a candle? Fair value gap essentially is an area where there's only one directional price action. So for example, between here and here, from that low to this high, price only went down, right? You can't say the same. You could say the same here, right? But you can't say there's no gap here because, see, price was going up here and it went down through. This is a fair value gap from here to here. It's only downward price action. Okay, so if you look at the daily, for example, on Bitcoin, this is a fair value gap that we traded into. From here to here, that's down only price action. So that's a gap in price, inefficiency, right? So oftentimes we will trade into that inefficiency and fill it. It's also a common thing that you see with order blocks. A good order block will often leave a fair value gap, right? Like this one, it left a fair value gap right here. So that will likely get filled at some point. Another one right here, right? Mayne, how many figures do you trade with per trade on average? Why would I tell you that, bro? I find it so funny. Like, I posted a TikTok video about this. Someone's like, this guy's not showing his fucking size. Why is he not being transparent? It's like, first of all, go fuck yourself. I don't care what you think, you fucking peasant. Okay? Second of all, like, would you go around showing someone how much money you have in your bank account? Or how much money you have in your investment portfolio? Like, the idea that people think they're entitled to know how much money I have and how much money I trade with is crazy. It's crazy. That's no one's business. And what terrible OPSEC it is to show people how much money you are making. Let's assume for a minute that I am going to crypto conventions, which I do, right? And I was telling everyone how much money I'm making precisely. Would that not raise the risk of someone being like, well, I know this guy has this much fucking money, let's rob his ass? Like, people are stupid as fuck. Like, it's unbelievable to me. I share some of my trades. I share some size, but I think it's for the safety reason, one, for just common sense. It's nobody's business how much money you have, two. And number three, I also don't want to make unrealistic expectations for people. It's the same reason why I explain why demo trading can be detrimental if you're using some huge account balance. So let's say you want to demo trade before you start trading with real money, and your demo trading account has $1 million in it. And so when you're trading, you're taking positions with $10,000 risk, right? So you're winning a trade, you're making 30 grand. You lose a trade, you lose 10. You win another trade, you make 40 grand. And then you start trading real money and your account only has 10 grand in it. And now all of a sudden your risk is $100. It's gonna fuck with you mentally. So I always tell people, I'm like, if your account, your real money account's gonna have 10 grand, that's how much you should put in your demo account. So you're comfortable with the numbers. It's nobody's business how much money anyone else has. One of the biggest fucking things on Twitter is everyone cares about how much money everyone else has. They care more about how much money other people have than they have themselves. You would have more money if you spent more time worried about your own pockets instead of watching other people's. So I don't think it's necessary to show people any sort of fucking amount of money I have, anything like that. That's fucking insanity and ludicrous. I think people who say otherwise are fucking stupid and they can fight me about it. But it's nobody's fucking business, man. If I was selling you something, I should at the very least show you that I'm profitable. You don't necessarily need to know how much money I'm making, but it needs to be very clear that I'm making money, or else what the fuck am I doing selling something? But I'm not selling you shit. All this shit is free. So fucking take it as it is. You reported for neck porn, you son of a bitch. Let me send you that BPC, Mayne. I don't know what BPC is, but I don't want to give you my address. Crazy. So how much is in your bank account? Okay. So let's see here. Do we have anything on Twitch here? What's up, G14 Classified? How you doing, bro? What's up, Phil, the Flying Frenchman? Comment ça va, mon ami? Ça va bien? I'm assuming you speak French, or why else would your name be that? Can you sell the secret to your neck size? Get a needle, fill it with human growth hormone, and inject it directly into your aorta, and then see what happens. Report back in 2 to 6 weeks. Can I join your Discord from the US or not? DM me, bro. It is 12:30. 30 minutes past midnight here. Bro, you showed somewhere you traded 200K and profited 11K. Yes, I showed a trade that I took on TikTok. Exactly. I also posted a video on Twitter today showing me losing $300,000 in a single day. So you use those numbers and you estimate what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. I posted on Twitter today. Yeah, see, I did this video. This is my biggest single day trading loss ever. Okay, this doesn't include money that I lost in spot, right? Just from holding crypto through ups and downs. This does not include money I lost in hacks back in the day. This is just one day trading account that I have on FTX. This is my single biggest day trading loss ever. $381,000 in a single day. It fucking hurt. But I survived. I made it all back and then some, obviously. But yeah, use stops, folks. And don't be over leveraged going into the goddamn top of the market cycle. That's for sure. Okay, I posted that. I said, anything you guys want me to discuss? How to make this 5-incher grow. I don't know, bro. I think they might do surgery for that. Trader Jane. I don't know if this is the real Jane, but I would like a shout out. Here is your shout out. Go fuck yourself. There you go, Jane. Hope you... Oh, it's... Fucking Twitter is so PC. Most tweeters don't tweet like this. We're asking, is this language offensive? Tweet that shit. I don't care. How about ETC? Would love to hear your thoughts about it. Don't care. Not going to chart it. Bro, would you discuss FTM? Absolutely not. Thank you for asking, though. Obviously, we've had a failed breakout, so that's not good. But would you maybe say that this is not important because the order books are very thin and there's a lot of small whales could cause this dump? Um, dumb. I don't think that people realize, right, that volume can come in an instant, right? Just because you don't see it on the order books now doesn't mean that there isn't size there. I will say that OI is down massively across exchanges and things like that, but I just trade the chart, man. I don't look at the order books at all, and I do completely fine. I don't look at volume. I don't look at the order books. I don't look at heat maps. I don't do none of that shit. I just look at the chart. How to covertly take photos of random dudes at the gym and post on social media. Well, as you can see from that photo, I was not covert. The guy was looking right at me while I took the picture, but what the fuck is he gonna do? At this exact moment, I was deadlifting 405 pounds. So what is he gonna do? Like, what's he gonna do? Solgenic XDC Algorand. I only recognize one of those coins, bro. Let's get to the bottom of these fruit flies once and for all. I have no idea where fruit flies come from. Someone told me not to Google it, so I didn't Google it. Because the last time someone told me not to Google something and I Googled it, it was disgusting. Fries versus salad. Obviously fries. Come on. Cardano. No. Matic. Absolutely not. How do you handle fear of losing and fear of taking obvious setups? How do you manage euphoria? Lots of practice and having a plan. You just got to live with it. You're going to miss trades. You're going to take losses. You're going to get wins. You're going to have losses. Like, it's just part of the game. Only thing you can do is get those reps up, get practice, and then have a fucking plan. The more of a plan you have, the more prepared you are in advance, the less emotion you're going to feel. ENS or CRV? No idea. I'm going to just say neither. Wouldn't mind getting your thoughts on the ape chart. It's holding up better than most altcoins, which might mean it's a good short opportunity. You know what? I'm going to take a look at that. Why not? It looks the exact same as Ethereum. Right? Do you see the similarities there? Looks the exact same as Ethereum, so I'd play it the exact same as Ethereum. Price floor, right? Move up to here maybe. Short around 620 to 640. Target 1. Maybe we get a retrace and then target 2. Back down here. So let me see if I can draw that a little better. Maybe something like this. Right? Or if you want to make it the same as Ethereum, there's your level. This would be your deviation, right? Trade above, back below, boom. Very similar. Great question. Appreciate it. Oopsie daisy. My bad. Okay. Housing market in Vancouver. Way too fucking expensive. Chart gold, mate. I haven't charted gold in so long. Maybe I should. Not tonight, though. Maybe another day. The state of dispensary weed and how they're not good. I haven't smoked weed in 2.5 years. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Chalky milk, please. Bullish or. Chalky milk, heavily bullish. Forever. Love chalky milk. Yes, a bear's cock size compared to that of a bull's. That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. I'm going to, you know what, Ben? How about you do some research? I want a 4-page report, double-sided, double-spaced, okay? 4,000 word count on a comparison between a bear's cock size and the cock size of a bull. Send that to my DMs, and I promise I will never read it. Collab with CBS. Want to hear more of that divergence? I did a video with CBS like a month ago. Check it out on my YouTube. Can I talk about Jane? No. Front to back or back to front. If you're not going front to back, I worry for you. McBeanis, hilarious. Spider-Man versus Venom. Spidey all day. Come on. What's my bench max? 215 for 5, or 225, excuse me, for 5. I don't know what my 1 rep max is, but probably not much higher than that. My bench is not my strongest lift. Overall lifestyle sustainability. Can you party like the throat goat and still crush it? Absolutely not. What I do is not sustainable at all. I'm probably going to end up broken homeless very soon. All right, there's way too many questions here. That seems like enough of that. All right, guys. Favorite resort in Vegas? The Aria. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. Hi, Mayne. In your best estimation, how many straight men have you turned gay? Every single gay guy I've encountered thinks I'm gay, so 0. I think I'm going to end it here. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m. here, so I don't want to stay up too late. But I appreciate y'all signing in. Bro, DM me. If I have not responded to one of your DMs and you sent it quite a while ago, that means I've missed it and it's buried and I'm never going to see it. So if you want me to see it, pump it, ping it. I don't mind at all. Just say ping or bump and I will get my best to get back to you. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it's a little bit short. But I got to get to bed. I got some things to do tomorrow, primarily lift a bunch of heavy ass weight, eat bacon and sausage and all sorts of fucking delicious shit, and just keep on keeping on. So thank you guys so much. I will have another video coming out probably Monday, because I'm going to be leaving to Dallas on Thursday, so I doubt I'll get a video out before then, maybe. But follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting on my stories. I am posting daily on TikTok. I post 2 or 3 times a day. Lots of alpha on there. I'll obviously posting on Twitter as well, but the next live stream will be Monday of next week. So I hope to see y'all there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Please continue to sign up with that link in Prime. Use the code and deposit some money. We absolutely crushed it this last month. I'd love to crush it again for the month of August. So thank you so much. SFP video coming soon. Probably, I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.
Hold up. Wait.
It's like a haunting feeling. Deep breathing. Lights flickering. I'm so scared. You said you'd come for me. Are you a ghost? Stranger girl, one kiss, one touch, one night we fight. One kiss, one touch, one night we fight. This is where it all began. I promised myself if you asked me to go that I'd stay right here. I'll stay right here. I will be your ghost. And all the fights we ever had, you said it's over. And all the times we called it quits and had a closure. And all the fights we ever had and said it's over. I stayed right here. Yeah, I stayed right here. You said you'd come for me. Are you a god? I promised myself if you ask me to go, that I'd stay right here. I'll stay right here.